Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie and let's get started. DIY number 1. I'm going to begin with one of these wreath forms. This one is an 18-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree, but I end up using a different one later on. Now here I'm using these 2 pieces of cardboard. They measure 6 inches by 12 inches and a smaller piece in the center. And I'm taking a piece of tape and taping both sides because I'm creating a tool cutting guide. Now here is some tool that I picked up off of Amazon, and here is a number for it, and I will add everything in my description box in my Amazon storefront for you guys. Here is some orange one, and then here's some white. And these are all 100 yards, I believe. And now all I'm going to do is take my tool and I'm going to wrap it around this cardboard like a bolt of fabric kind of thing, and just wrap it around. And I think I did a good 20 times total, but it just depends on your size of the wreath you're using. And now here is the little gap that I'm just going to simply cut through with my scissors. This just makes measuring and cutting out tools so much easier. I can't even express. And now I'm going to show you how I tie this tool in. All I'm going to do is fold it in half and take a loop and pull it through in the knot like this. And now there is a different way to tie it, and I will show you the alternate way. And this way you just loop it in the opposite direction like this. So you see it looks a little bit different, so you have choices. I chose the one on the bottom. For me it was a little cuter, so I'm just going to do my whole wreath in this manner. Now here I did change out my wreath form. I changed it out to a 14-inch instead of the 18-inch, and I have the majority of my yellow completed. And the reason why I changed out the wreath form is because the green one had 3 of the wires going through and this one had 4. So I wanted my wreath just a little bit more full. So that's why I wanted to switch it out. Now here I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with my orange tool. I'm just going to wrap it around my tool cutting guide that I created out of cardboard. And I'm just showing it again to review. But look how simple it is to cut this tool with this guide. Oh my goodness, so easy. So now I'm going to begin to add my orange in the same manner, and I'm going to alternate all the 3 colors. Here I'll add another orange just to show you, and now I'm going to quickly cut some of this white tool in the same manner, again just to review and show you just how easy this is. This is totally a game changer. If anybody has ever cut tool, you know it slips and slides everywhere. So this is fantastic. And now I'll just show you real quick. I'm going to add some of the white, how it looks. So just fold it in the middle and then tie a knot going through the loop like this. And then what I did is I took the rest of my supplies, went to my couch, watched a movie, and just worked on this as I enjoyed a movie. And in no time, I was all done. And so it looked like this. Look at that. Now this is really full. Look at this is the way it looks in the back. So pretty. Now we set this aside. Now I'm going to take this giant wood piece from the Dollar Tree, and it's a ghost, but let me tell you, this thing is humongous. They make them big this year. So I went in with these 3 paints to create a candy corn theme, and then I had this ribbon in my stash and I created a quick bow for this little girl. This is a little girl ghost, so I'm going to create this cute little bow and dovetail the ends just to make it look super cute. And I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue and adhere it to the very middle front of her little dress. Now I'm going to place her on this wreath, and I'm trying to figure out the position where I want it. I think I know, so I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to take 2 pieces of tulle and cinch them in the center and add a dab of glue and adhere them to the back, because I'm going to use these 2 pieces of tulle to tie this little girl ghost into the wreath. So once the glue is set, then I'm going to go ahead and place her in the center and then flip the whole wreath over, and I'm going to find those 2 pieces of tulle, those extra pieces to tie, and I'll tie it to the wreath like this. Just a good double knot, nice and tight, so she's close to the wreath, because in a minute you'll see that the wreath will end up looking like part of her dress. So now here she is, nice and tied in there, looking cute. Now I'm going to embellish her with a couple of pieces. I'm going to take these candy corn picks and I'm going to snip off the bottom off. I don't need that. And I'm going to take another piece of tulle to finish off the bottoms of, or the ends of these picks. Add a dab of glue and place them on her little hands because she is celebrating her candy corn. And I'm going to take another couple pieces, actually 3 pieces of all 3 colors of tulle, tighten a knot, and then add a dab of glue and place this on the top of her head to make like a little bow. And then I created another tiny bow out of that same ribbon and placed that on here. And that is it. Here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. This video is a part of the Wreaths Galore Open Invite collaboration fall edition, with the theme being candy corn. And hosting is Anna from the Grace Life DIY Home Decor and myself. And there are 5 crafters co-hosting: Buckeye Girls Wreaths and Things, At Home with Lisa, Creations by Simone, Maryland Cozy Lifestyle, and Annalise Cupboard. And there's a playlist, so when you're done watching my video, please head on over to my description box, click the link to the playlist, and also it'll be pinned in my comments for your convenience, and enjoy the playlist. For DIY number 2, I'm going to begin with one of these wood rounds from the Dollar Tree, and I'm not going to paint it or anything. I'm just going to remove the hanger that's on here. I'm not going to need it. And I'm going to use some of this burlap fabric that I found, and it's in the orange and burlap check. I thought it was adorable, perfect for fall. So I'm just going to spread this down, and I'm going to take my mini easy press to press out all the wrinkles. And I'm also going to snip it in the size that I need. And I'm going to take some Mod Podge in the mat, and I'm going to saturate this piece of wood on this side like this. And now I'm going to lay my piece of burlap on top and gently pat it down. It's still wet. And now I'm going to set it aside so it'll dry completely. Now it's nice and dry, and I'm going to go in with my mini easy press again just to make sure everything's nice and adhered, especially all the edges, because sometimes the edges, they don't adhere very well. So just we'll make sure. So now I'm going to take some scissors and snip off the excess, set that aside. And now I'm going to take one of these wooden wreath base forms from the Dollar Tree. They're made out of MDF, and they just happen to fit those rounds perfectly. So yeah. So I'm going to take one of these hula skirts from summertime. I knew I had to pick one up in the summer because I knew I would need one for the fall. And now I'm going to remove a piece of the jute twine that's holding the skirt, snipping it off, and then I'm going to start pulling off these pieces. The knot is easy to remove. It's almost the same as placing it in this manner, just like this. And I'm going to snip off what I don't need because this is extra long. The extra pieces, I do go back and tie them back in. And just like that, this thing is full. Now here is my round. Look at that. It really does fit perfectly. So now I'm going to take some of the Fabric Tech fabric glue, and I'm going to add some glue around this whole circumference of this circle. And that way I can adhere the ring around it. Or I should say on top of it. Like this. And this sets up pretty quickly. Like seriously, it's set. Here it is. I'm just showing you the back side that it fits perfectly. Now I'm going to go in with some of these florals from the Dollar Tree. These are new, these berries. And I'm going to use the colors orange, a burgundy type, a white, and then some of these flowers from Walmart. I thought the colors were almost perfectly in line with candy corn. So I'm just going to join them all together, and I'm going to take a zip tie and press them together to secure them in place in this manner. And now I'm going to snip off the excess zip tie, and now I'm going to take some hot glue and adhere it in this spot right here on the side, pressing it down with my silicone spatula until it sets. Now it's set. Now I'm going to take some corn, because this is candy corn, and I don't know, these corns, they kind of look like candy to me. I don't know, I thought this would be perfect. So here I'm trying to figure out some placement, and I think I'm going to go with adding some glue to this piece and adding it to the top of my florals, and then crisscrossing it in this manner, adding some more hot glue, pressing down this lighter yellow, and then adding the darker yellow in the center, and pressing everything down until the hot glue sets. And once it's set, then I'm going to take some more hot glue and making sure that all the other pieces of the corn are nice and secure. Now I'm going to take some of these pumpkins. These are on the clips, alligator clips, but I removed them. I don't need them. And I'm just going to add some hot glue and adhere them in different positions where I think they would look cute and kind of natural, like in a farmer's market or something. I don't know, maybe. And I'm just going to add it in here. And then I found a few loose pieces of florals. So I'm adding some of these leaves and these pieces of vine that are just random pieces that I found from other projects. I'm just kind of sticking them where I think it would look cute, like this. And now I'm taking one of these Give Thanks wood words from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 5 or 6 or so. And I thought this was perfect to go into the thankful and grateful season. And then I found this ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It's almost the same as my burlap piece, a little different, but similar color tones. And this will be the only ribbon that I'll be adding to this wreath because there's so much going on. But you know, if you make this, you can do whatever you want. And I'm just going to adhere this on the grouping of the corn. And that is it. Here's how it looks and a closer look at the final reveal. DIY number 3. I'm taking one of these foam wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go in with some of the Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. Give it a full coat like this. Set it aside. Now I'm taking some more of my tulle. This time I created another tulle cutting guide. This one's going to be different size. It's going to be 6 inches by 17 inches because the wreath form is pretty thick, so I need more tulle to create the look. So here is my little cutting guide, and here I'm going to begin with the yellow and doing it the same way as I did DIY number 1, wrapping it around and just wrapping it around as many times as you need to. I think I did about 15 times or so, and then taking my scissors and snipping open the ends in this manner. And now I'm going to begin to tie these pieces of tulle onto my wreath form. Now I'm going to do the same way as I did the DIY number 1, except for the ends will be a lot shorter, as you can see here. And I'll continue to add my tulle, alternating in 3 colors, and then I also doubled them. And now here I'm going to show you what I did when I doubled this last piece. Here is the second one of this yellow together, and now I'm going to tie them together to create a fluffier end. Now I'm going to go in with these candy corn pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. These are new this year, and I'm going to snip off some of the ends, and I'm going to poke them in the wreath form because it is a styrofoam. So I'm just going to kind of open up a little gap because it's a little bit difficult to push them through this tulle because the ends are pretty thick. So now I get it to look like this. Now I'm taking a couple pieces of extra tulle, and I'm just going to tie some bows around the base of both of these pumpkins in this manner. So you gotta have some bows somewhere in this wreath. And now I'm going to go in with some of these florals. These are from Walmart, and I really like these because they're in the candy corn colors in a yellow and orange. And so these picks are easier to poke in. They're just more sharp on the bottom. So I'm just going to poke them in the wreath form, and then I'll flip this whole thing over and add some hot glue to adhere everything in place nice and secure. And then I'll take one more piece of tulle, make a knot, and use this to create a hanger. Now this is just going to be adhered to this wreath form. I don't need to tie it. This whole wreath is pretty light, so it works perfectly. And that is it. This is how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to come follow me on there. This is my QR code, and I post on there Monday through Fridays. As well as TikTok, here's my QR code for there. I do have a Pinterest. This is my handle. I also have a Home Talk. I post on there twice a month. This is my QR code. And then this is my handle for Threads. And I do have a crafting group on Facebook. I invite you to come join us on there. And now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you think and which one's your favorite one. I'd like to take a moment and thank Anna from My Grace Life DIY Home Decor for inviting me to host with her. And also like to thank all the co-hosts that have joined in. I had a lot of fun creating 3 different candy corn style wreaths. Hope you guys enjoyed them. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong. And have a great, great day. And don't forget to enjoy the playlist. Bye-bye.